Richard. The Quran is not going to help you understand why you believe what your scriptures say.
But I already understand.
No. This is what we're trying.
Standing here in doubt.
No. I understand you're not standing here in doubt. I'm saying you're standing here in delusion.
I'm not standing
No,
here
but
in
no.
delusion.
I'm saying you are, and I'm proving that point.
I'm not proving anything.
I'll tell you why you're standing there in delusion.
I'm in delusion.
I'll tell you why you are.
You
Okay.
can't tell me I'm in delusion.
I can. Do you understand what delusion is?
It's believing something that's not true.
No.
What's delusion?
Delusion is believing in something to be true, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
There isn't overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Okay, you're believing that the authors of the Gospels is reliable, right? And the reason for believing it is what? You believe the authors of the Gospels never lied.
I believe they're reliable accounts of what happened.
Do you
Do you
believe
believe the Quran is a reliable account of
the,
what happened?
the Quran here is not going to help
No,
you?
I'm asking you a
The
question.
Quran's not going to help you. The Quran can't help you, my brother. We talk about your belief.
My question, I'll answer it.
No, but we're talking about your belief.
You answer my
So there's no red herrings here, my friend. We're talking about what you believe, not what I believe. Richard, I will happily talk about the Quran, yeah? When we're talking about the Quran. But I'm asking about your beliefs. Now, I don't believe my belief helps you. Right? I'll give you an example.
Because you have to have like for like. What you're trying to do is you're judging me on one standard, and you're not using the same
Okay.
standard for yourself.
Okay, first thing I will
You
say.
need to use the same standard for yourself.
The first false assumption you've made is this: that the Quran and the Bible, the New Testament, are equal. That's your first problem. That's your first false assumption.
This is just Islamic rhetoric.
No, I'll tell you why it's not. No. You see, here's the thing. You see, Richard, I don't just say things in the air. Yeah, I'm now going to support what I just said. Right? So this is not my opinion subjectively because of how I feel. No, this is objective, my friend, and you can't dispute it. And I'll tell you why. What is the New Testament? The New Testament is stories written about the life and times of Jesus by men who didn't witness what they wrote, but took these stories from other people who claim to be there.
Did John witness anything?
John, the author of John,
Did John witness it?
no, here's the question you see. First question you need to answer: is the disciple of Jesus, the companion of Jesus named John, the author of the Gospel of John? Right. Why do you believe that?
I can find people who believe he wasn't.
No, I can find you Christian scholars will say that John has three writers.
You can find scholars that say anything.
No, I can find you Christian scholars who will concede the fact, because you've studied the manuscripts like you say, and I can find you did say it.
I've done what most Christians would do. I've done a look into it.
Okay. Now, see, Christian scholars have said this, that all of the Gospels are pseudonymous writings. We don't know the authors. We know who is attributed. We know who is attributed to.
Maybe John, because John had a disciple called Polycarp.
Yeah?
And he had a disciple called Irenaeus. And they testified that it was John who wrote this. And we have the records from Polycarp.
Okay, I'll say it again to you. We know for we know for a fact there are forgeries in the Gospel of John. Yes or no? That John didn't write. Whoever wrote the Gospel of John, even if disciple John, apostle of Jesus wrote it, yeah? We have evidence now, today, that proves within the Gospel of John there is corruption. That wasn't written by that author.
Well, you're obviously privy to information that I haven't.
But you're the Christian here. You should be privy to this information.
I don't have to be an expert to be a Christian.
Oh, okay. For example, in the Gospel of John, do you believe that
Not every Muslim here is an expert, are they?
No. But these are basics here, man. And you said you studied the manuscripts. Okay.
From all my study, I said you must have some.
So in the Gospel of John, it says there are three who bear witness in heaven.
That's not the Gospel of John. That's the letter of John. That's 1 John.
Oh,
1
you're
John
correct.
5:7.
Who wrote that?
That was in the original manuscript.
Oh, that's not okay. When's the earliest? 16th century? 16th century. Sorry, my mistake. Let's go to the Gospel of John. Jesus was there and the Jews brought a woman in caught in adultery.
John 8.
Yeah?
John 8.
Right.
The end of John 7, John 8.
Right, John 8.
There is some debate about
No.
that passage.
According to you, did the author of John write that?
And according to the earliest manuscripts, that doesn't appear in the earliest manuscripts, so it's suspect.
So now we have what we're saying here now is that within the Gospel of John, there's a suspect verse that could be a fabrication.
We know what they are. We know the verses.
No, but you only know what they are because of the discovery of the Codex
No,
Sinaiticus.
because we're very thorough.
No. Did you know what they were in the 18th century?
Possibly not.
Definitely not. It was only because you were exposed and the Codex Sinaiticus was discovered.
No, it's because Christian scholars did the work to find out.
No, it's because the Codex Sinaiticus was discovered at the end of the 19th century by Tischendorf, and it showed that the Bible that you were reading, which was the King James Bible, yeah, which was in error. Hence, it calls for a revision of the Bible. And this verse was exposed as interpolation.
But you know that. That's not. You're not
No.
telling me anything I don't
Yeah.
know.
So what we know is what we know that people
But
did.
the vast majority of the King James Bible, if you take the Bible, the actual differences between the King James and even a modern translation is fairly small.
Okay. Well, I'll tell
It
you.
doesn't affect any major doctrine.
Right. I'll tell you why it does affect it. Do you believe the Bible is the Word of God?
In the original manuscripts, the
No
original,
Bible you got. I've got Bibles here, man. Is it the Word of God or not?
I believe it contains the word of God. Yeah.
It is. Is it all the Word of God? Or is some the Word of God and some not?
I believe it's the word of God. For me, it's sufficient to believe that it's the word of God.
Right. And can the Word of God be changed?
Can the word of God be changed? According to the Quran, no.
What the Quran should have no. The Quran should have no bearing on what you. No. Richard. The Quran has no bearing on your belief.
It has a lot of bearing on your belief. Right?
All right, but we're asking you what you believe, not what I believe. So me asking you whether the Word of God can be changed,
Why won't you let me talk about your belief? Why are you so adamant to talk about my belief?
because you made the earlier claims.
Like any times, you drank me over here for a day.
No. If you watch the video, you'll see the claim you made. I believe the words can be relied upon. I believe what the Gospels say. Yeah. So I'm questioning that because I don't understand how you, as an intelligent man in the 21st century, with access, this is the information age.
Well, I can't help your lack of understanding.
No. But what we're showing now is that you don't realise the ramifications. So you just said, what did you just say? I'll tell you what you just said.
You haven't caught me out. You haven't told me anything you don't know.
Richard, I'm not here to catch you out. I'm here to question. For example, you said, so the changes don't mean anything, yeah? Doesn't change doctrine.
We know that there were. We have more and more reliable manuscripts, and as a process of that, in textual criticism, which is it's a science where people, a bit like you would do when you were hadith, where you decide.
Oh yeah, sorry, you got me back on point there. Sorry, thank you. Sorry. I just wanted to go back to that point I was making earlier, very, very quickly, then I'll continue with that. All right. So I was saying that the Quran and the Bible are not equal. Why not? Because all your New Testament is the hearsay of what Jesus did and went and did and who he spoke to.
You go and look for mine. I'm actually up here to look for something.
All right, Richard.
I've seen your technique, which is drawing into a debate so you can feel it and post it. And I understand how you operate.
Richard.
I'm actually looking for something.
Richard, if you remember how we first met, we met in my market in Luton.
Yeah, and I had the same thing with you there.
And we had a discussion there. Now, here's the thing, you see, you could get away with things there, but now, here, yeah, you've got to stand by what you're saying.
I didn't get a word in edgeways last time I spoke to you.
So I'll give you the
how was I getting away
opportunity.
from it?
So here's the thing, you see, I've given you the opportunity to support what you believe, because you believe it's the truth, isn't it? Right. Do you know what belief is? The acceptance of something to be true.
2,000 years ago, right, lots of things happened, right?
Right.
In a place called Jerusalem, right?
Right.
And that has changed the world and affected millions of people and billions of people. Now, you can cast doubt on that, but the fact is it's changed millions of people.
Okay.
It's produced
Okay.
the largest
Let me
religion
just ask you
in
one
the
last question then, Richard. I'm not going to pin you. I'm going to teach you something new today. How's that? I guarantee I will teach you something new right now. All right. Do you believe King Herod ordered the killing of babies 2 years and under? Why?
Because it's recorded in the Gospels.
Where? The Gospel of Matthew. Right. Is it recorded anywhere else? Is it recorded anywhere in secular history? Did Josephus, who was writing specifically about King Herod, yeah, and all the stuff he did, yeah, did he mention it? Right. So Josephus, who is writing about King Herod and all the bad things he's doing, doesn't mention it. The Gospel of Luke, John, and Mark don't mention it. The letters of the epistles of the disciples of Jesus, nobody mentions it. The only time a massacre of children is mentioned is when? Gospel of Matthew.